Ever notice your sharpest shot isn't quite where you intended it to be? Especially in hunting for focus in tricky situations. That's likely the phenomenon known as focus wrap, and understanding it can be a game changer for your Nikon D850 images. Focus wrap occurs when your camera's autofocus system, after achieving an initial lock on your subject, might subtly shift the focal plane. Think of it like this: the camera identifies a point of contrast to lock onto. However, in certain conditions, the camera might slightly drift or wrap its focus ever so slightly after that initial lock. This can be particularly noticeable when you're shooting in challenging lighting conditions, where contrast is low and the camera has to work harder to maintain focus. Fast-moving subjects are another area where focus wrap can play a role, as the camera is constantly trying to keep up with the action, and that quick adjustment might result in a slight shift. The impact of this can be subtle but significant, especially if your depth of field is very shallow, means the absolute sharpest point of your image might not be precisely where you initially aimed. So, how can you combat focus wrap? First, familiarize yourself with your D850's autofocus modes. Experiment with different area modes like dynamic area AF or group area AF when tracking moving subjects. Often, a good technique is to achieve your initial autofocus lock and then, if possible, make a very slight manual adjustment to fine-tune the sharpness precisely where you want it, especially for critical portraiture or product shots. By understanding focus wrap and incorporating these subtle adjustments into your shooting process, you'll be well on your way to consistently nailing sharper, more impactful images with your Nikon D850.